to the left, we have the Archangel Michael cards with the Amethyst. We have the Moonology Oracle cards with Kyanite. And we have the Anpu Oracle cards with Citrine.
Peace and blessings. We're going to start off with your first card. This first card represents your current financial situation or just your current situation in general. So the first card that came through from the Anpu Oracle deck is the number 2, Nebehet. The card reads the High Priestess, Intuition, and Mystery. Now, before I get into that, I did your numerology based on your birthday, and you came out to be a number 1. And I want to tell you that number 1 represents being a leader, being a creative, being original, being an innovator. And this is you. And you have to harness this divine energy that you have right now, because this is your time. This is your life purpose. I'm not sure if you know too much about your own numerology chart, but the number 1, you come here as a leader. You're meant to walk this physical plane with this God energy and being a creative and showing the world and helping humanity. Okay? Now, that could be relating to your craft, which may be music. So music is your medicine. Okay? So I do want to tell you that being a 1, it takes a lot. So you have to be very efficient and very organized. So I feel that this is your time right now to get everything organized with what you want to put out into the world. It may take you time to get everything organized, but I'm going to tell you, planning before you execute is the best thing for you to do right now. And if you have to take this entire month or next month of December to do that, please do. So by the time it hits January, you are ready to go, because you have 31 days. 31 days to create a new habit. Okay? Challenge yourself. All right? This is the number 2 card of the Oracle deck. And number 2 represents partnership. Now, what I got from this is that you need to walk into a partnership with yourself, with your craft. If you have to create a whole contract and for you to sign that contract so you could physically see what you need to do to stop procrastinating and keep moving forward, then do that. If you have to create to-do lists every day, every week, every month, do that. This is your time to get organized and to really partner with your craft. Partner up with God. Partner up with Spirit, Divine, whatever you call God. This is your time right now. Now, the 2 also represents people that are in the career of music. Like I said earlier. This card is definitely you. So, number 2 represents a career of music and medicine. Your voice is your medicine. Your voice is your medicine for other people. Okay? Use this gift that you have, not only for yourself, but for humanity and for God. Your purpose with number 2, with this card, is to help others find their goals in life. You already have your goal, but your goals are going to keep evolving and evolving because you're going to keep hitting these goals in the future. I'm going to read from the book so you understand completely and I don't leave anything out regarding this card because I love this card. Now, looking at this card, you see this goddess, this Neteru. You see her holding an olive tree. She's in a stance of the gateway, in a position of you're about to walk into this gateway. Now, that's you. You're walking into this new phase in your life, this new cycle with the olive tree. And the olive tree represents initiation. You're being initiated. You're being initiated to come out. show us what God gave you. And she's wearing all white. So the other thing I'm receiving right now is wear white. If you can't wear white for the next 31 days, pick a day to wear all white. Maybe it's your Sunday if you have that day off, and use that day to really be spiritually disciplined with yourself, with taking care of yourself, self-care, and setting your goals for the week. All right, my bad. Let me get to this. One thing that came to me is, I'm not sure if you know too much about this Neteru, or also known as a goddess. Nebehet, she is the sister of Aset, or As, or Isis. And in this ceremony, the Kemetic ceremony called the opening of the way, there's a part that says that you chant Anektarak Nbehet, which means show me your face, Nebehet. And the second part is Nuk Nebehet, which means I am Nebehet. So it goes Anektarak Nebehet, Nuk Nebehet. So if you feel that you might need to chant those words to help channel this high priestess within you and help channel Nebehet's energy within you during this time, please do so. And if you'd like to know the full opening of the way words and the ceremony and how to do it, please let me know. I'll tell you how to do it. All right, so let's get to this book. So the number 2, Nebehet is the hidden or veiled one who serves as a medium between the worlds. She comes to us in dreams, flashes of intuition, and visions. Along with Aset and Nebehet Mother Mut, Nebehet is an aspect of the triple goddess. She relies upon spirit to direct her in all things, and she holds the mystery teachings of life, death, and rebirth deep within her essence. The mother of Ampu, Nebehet is also the true virgin, or the woman unto herself, in her manifestation as the high priestess. In our shamanic visionary experience, she inspires the seeker as she whispers her secrets into the wind and dances exotically under the starry sky, with magnificent serpents winding around her beautiful bronze arms. Although she is less renowned than her twin sister Aset, they are seen together on the walls of the temples in Kemet. When Asar, also known as Osiris, body was scattered throughout Kemet, also known as Egypt, it was Nebehet and Ampu who helped Aset find and gather the parts to him to make him whole again. When Nebehet appears, she is working with your third eye, your sense of intuition, which will guide you further into the mysteries, into which is hidden in your subconscious mind. She helps you to see in the dark. If you've drawn this card, be especially attentive and watchful for signs. Okay? What you may normally think as a coincidence is actually the universe trying to gain your attention. Pay attention to those sudden hits or inner knowing and guidance, and watch for those outer events or experiences that form these coincidences to the inner messages you're receiving. When you give yourself to the magic of Nebehet, she doesn't stop at opening your mind's eye. She also opens up your heart. Allow your entire being to thrive as you begin to see things in a new way. This is such a beautiful card, and I feel like this card is definitely for you. The second card that came out represents challenges, okay? Now, the card that came through from the Archangel deck, the title is Write About Your Thoughts and Feelings. As soon as I saw this card, I was like, wow. You may have this energy right now to write lyrics, write poetry, write how you feel, and maybe create a song out of it, because this is the beginning stage of a new beginning for you. And I feel that this is the time to do that, and maybe create a system where you do like a spiritual checkup on yourself with writing a song and then creating it just for you. Now, if you feel like the song is worthy for others to hear so that they could also receive that medicine from you, then share it. But I feel that this is a message for you to write a song about how you currently feel right now. So I'm going to read from the book so you have some additional feedback. Again, the card is write about your thoughts and feelings. This card indicates that you're confused by conflicted feelings or are unsure of which direction to go. Archangel Michael will help you delve into your emotions, peeling away the layers in order to reach your inner core of truth. He guides you to write down everything you're thinking and feeling without editing or censoring your words. Keeping a private journal will enable you to gain insight into the nature of what you genuinely desire. This clarity will illuminate the steps you need to take next. That is so beautiful. That is so beautiful. So here's some additional meanings. Pursue creative writing as a hobby or career. Hint, hint. You're already doing it. Take a writing course. Writing is a part of your divine life purpose. Yes, it is. Yes. Learn a new language. Join a writer's club. Submit your writing to a publisher or magazine. Now here's a prayer for you. Thank you for helping me tap into my God-given creativity and wisdom so I clearly express myself and glean insight, blessing, and healing. I'll repeat that one more time and slower. Thank you for helping me tap into my God-given creativity and wisdom so I clearly express myself and glean insight, blessing, and healing. Wow. I love that. The third card that came out from the Archangel deck represents strength. Now, the card that came out, the title is Innocence. Now, with this card, I automatically felt that this is your energy. But before you dive into anything that you do, create a spiritual routine with cleansing yourself, cleansing your work area, maybe cleansing and decluttering anything that is not needed in your space. Especially if you're going to be writing and creating music, make sure you are practicing self-care, because I know it takes a lot, especially to be an artist. All right, let's read from the book. Archangel Michael is holding you in a comforting embrace, assuring you are your innocence. Ask him to help you forgive yourself and let go of guilt, which is a heavy emotion that keeps you from experiencing inner peace, by saying, Archangel Michael, thank you for helping me. Forgive myself for, name the event, and for anything else I blamed myself for. Please help me release all self-blame from my mind, my body, and emotions. Feel the sensation of deep release as Archangel Michael helps you to embrace your true innocence. Your past behavior can never undo God's perfect handiwork in creating you as a powerful, loving, a much needed being of light and love. Here's some additional meanings. Purify or detoxify. You can trust the situation that you're asking about. Focus on other people's good qualities instead of their mistakes. Now here's a prayer. Dear God and angels, thank you for helping me see that all of your qualities of pure love and light are reflected within me and all others. Help me embrace my God-given innocence so that I may be at peace. I'm loving your cards. I am loving your cards. The fourth card represents opportunities to consider. Now, the card that came out from the Moonology Oracle deck, the title is Bring Love into the Situation. New Moon in Aquarius. As soon as I saw Aquarius, I knew this card was definitely for you, because Aquarian individuals and Aquarian energy is all about leadership, being number one. And it's not in a bad way, but being number one for your life. Okay. Now I know this card represents you, your current situation, and where you're going to be leading to in the next few days, next few weeks, months, and years. This is your time. This is your time. This is your time. This is really your time to shine, okay? So let's read from the book, because I know the meaning in this book will resonate with you. Aquarius is all about progress. So this is the time to move forward. The new moon in Aquarius card means no looking back. Change is on its way, and it could come quickly. Whether you get the change you want depends both on whether you believe you can have it and how much you're relying on others to bring it to you. This card comes with a suggestion that you may need to do things independently, on your own. But be loving, not too pragmatic. Time may be of the essence when this card comes up. Aquarius energy has an electric feel to it. Certainly, there is a sense that you need to let go of the past and move towards your future as soon as possible. Attune to the moon. Explore the idea that it's not what you know, but whom you know. Okay? Think about your network. Who are the people in your circle? Are they serving your highest good? Or do you need to create a new line of network to have those particular people that will serve your highest good, and it will be reciprocated for both parties? Here's some additional meanings. You need to be more detached from the situation. Thinking outside the box will bring the solution. Improve your karma by doing some charitable work. Now here's the teaching. Aquarius is the sign of invention, modern advances, and technology, and humanity. Its energy is little brittle, its individual, scientific even, and relatively emotionally detached. Many people think Aquarius is a water sign because of the Aquarius symbol is a water barrier, but it's actually an air sign, and is far more about intellect than emotional water signs, as in this card. No matter when you draw it, dropping convention works well with this energy. Beautiful. So the takeaway for this card is progression, keep moving forward, and don't look back. The fifth card represents how these opportunities will benefit you. The card that came out from the Moonology deck title is What do you need to release? Waning moon. Now, when this card came out, I automatically thought, you already know what you need to release. You already know what needs to be done. This is just like a alert for you, a notification, a little nudge on your shoulder to let you know, your arm, let you know it's time to move forward. It's time. You know what you have to release, and that's all that's holding you back to get to the next cycle in your life. So I'm going to read from the book, give you more insight. The waning moon points to what's falling away. Life goes in cycles, and sometimes we need downtime or to let go. No matter when in the moon cycle you pull this card, it's a sign that a situation has peaked, for better or worse, and it's time for you to go easier. It's the autumn and the winter of the cycle. So what do you need to release? Almost certainly something from the situation you're asking about. You already know. This card can be very positive, but it can still be gently suggesting that you let something go or stop trying so hard. Attune to the moon. It's safe to let go and move on. You hear that? It's safe to let go of your fear. It's safe to let go of procrastination. So it's safe to let go and move on. Now here's some additional meanings for this card. Move forward with as little resistance as possible. This is not the time to start new projects. This is the time to finish your projects that you already started. Releasing emotional baggage is recommended now. Say sorry to someone. Saying sorry to someone may be say sorry to yourself, say sorry to your inner child, because it's okay. Remember the card before about self-blame? It's a right to move forward. Do energetic work such as meditation or yoga. Soon you will see what lies ahead. You're going to accomplish those goals. You're going to reach them, exceed them, and you're going to be able to do more. So the teaching. At the time of the waning cycle, take a moment to look up in the sky every night. You will see the moon grow. You will see the moon growing smaller and smaller as she moves from full to new again. It's the time when things are falling away. It's certainly not the time to cling on to anyone or anything. Drawing this card suggests your situation is in the autumn and winter phase. So hunker down and start the regeneration process. Beautiful. I hope these cards are resonating with you. The final card, the sixth card, represents the outcome. If you follow through what you need to do, okay? So the card that came out from the Ampu Oracle deck is the Ampu card. Now, this card is the number 12, which breaks down to number 3. And I'll get into the number 3 in numerology because it relates to you so much. But this card is also represents surrender, shaman, enlightened heart. Now for 3. 3 represents intellect, creativity, and being artistic. Now, this card, like I said, is meant for you because this is like the entertainer card, the art card. And this is prompting you to use your talents, use your creativity, because you will inspire not only yourself, but others around you. Okay? Now, Ampu. If you see this card, he's hanging upside down, but he's in like a peaceful state. You see pomegranates that represents abundance, fertility, wealth in the tree. You see lotus flowers that represents spirituality and enlightenment. And then you see the serpent. Now, many people may think of serpents in a negative way, but for me, a serpent represents life force energy, God's energy. So let me read from the book so you have some more insight. So again, Anpu, surrender, shaman, enlightened heart. Anpu is known as the god of the underworld, which is actually the inner world. He is the enlightened heart shaman, the opener of the way, who went before us to pave the way so that we might follow in his footsteps in our own search for enlightenment. Anpu knows how to surrender his heart and the entirety of his being to ever-expanding cycles of death and rebirth in order to step more fully into his divine humanity here on earth. He is our ever-faithful companion and guide, a stalwart protector who assists us in our ego deaths and is the renewal of our soul's true purpose. He walks between the worlds and knows how to sniff out passageway between form and formlessness. He guides equally by day and by night. Anpu cares deeply about us and will guide us if we call upon him during our own shamanic journeys between the worlds. We can also call on him when someone we love dies, as he leads people safely through the transition we call death. When you pull this card, the shaman within is being awakened, and you are being asked to surrender and let go of your old perceptions about how things are. With Anpu's guidance, you can view your world or whatever situation you're exploring in a new way. As you develop a relationship with this jackal deity, you will gain access to his keen sensitivities. He will help you find things that you have lost and can connect you to those you love who are no longer in this world. Call on your ancestors. Take some time to sit and meditate with the image of this card. Will you choose to travel with Anpu? Feel yourself surrender to the powerful shamanic journey that awaits anyone who does.